Hey guys, so I think I'm up to video 4 of my swatches, my products. I don't know what I've called this series. I cannot remember. But this is my products and what my review of all my products. I've done mine every day. I've done my blushes, I've done my lip products. Now I'm doing my palettes and eyeshadows. So I have a couple of blush palettes. I think I have like 3 blush palettes in with this because I completely forgot to take them out for my blush video. So it's palettes and eyeshadows because I only have like 3 single eyeshadows. So let's get started. I'm going to start with my blush palettes just to get them out of the way. Yeah, I don't know which one's which. Okay, that's my eyeshadow palette. Because I have 2 Skin by Dimitri James palettes. One's my blush palette, one is my eyeshadow palette. So this is the blush palette. Has an orangey, a light pink, and a dark red kind of colour. I'm going to swatch the blushes. I'm not going to swatch as many of the eyeshadows. These are really powdery, as are the eyeshadows. Not super pigmented, but that actually works really well for this red colour because it's not so pigmented, it's not as scary on the cheeks as it looks in here. The pink doesn't show up very much on cheeks. It's only if you like want a tiny bit of colour, which sometimes I do, so it's okay. And this orange colour I have not actually used, so can't give you my full opinion on that. And I just realised I'm missing one. There we go. I'll do that fast. Then I have my MP Set Contouring Highlight Palette. So this has 2 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlighting colour. So these are actually pretty. This is my first bronzer I ever got. They're actually really gorgeous colours. I think they work really well on my skin tone. I'm not sure how they'd work on others, but they're not super pigmented again. So that's probably why I didn't put them in my blush video, because I forget about them pretty easily. Because I only use that when I contour and highlight. I don't use the blushes that often. Then I have a trio set. This is by MP Set again. It's got 4 lip colours, 2 blushes, and 4 eyeshadows. These blushes are very, very similar to the ones in the contouring highlight palette, except they're a lot more pigmented. This red one is super pigmented. You use it with a very gentle hand. And then there's a pink colour that's just gorgeous colour. This is in the Glam set, this is called. I'm not going to swatch the lip colours, or I might swatch the eyeshadow colours. The lip colours, these 2 colours I do not wear. They're pretty much glitter and brown lip gloss. Don't wear them. These 2, not so much either. I'm not too much of a pot lip colour girl, so I don't use these very often. The eyeshadows are pretty decent colours. This red colour here is very similar to my Naked 2 palette YDK. It's Naked 2, it's called YDK. I'll figure it out later when I show you my Naked palettes. But yes, these are the eyeshadow colours. They're really quite gorgeous colours. Yes. Again, not use this set so often, but because I've found other colours. So if you have the Naked palette, you do not need that set at all, because pretty much eyeshadows you can find dupes for anything. The shimmery colours in the Naked palette, except for the dark brown, which I don't particularly like anyway. The blushes are very dupeable, and I don't like the lip colours, so don't know why I actually have it. Okay, so I'll move on to my Mega palette. So I have 2 Mega palettes. I have the Designer Brands eyeshadows and the Be Yourself eyeshadows. So both colour crazy shimmeriness. I use these when I want a fun look. So if I want to add a bit of pop of colour, these are the palettes I go to. So it has a line of like dark black colours, blue, green, purple, pink, and then 3 neutrals. Super shimmery. Do not want to do a whole eye color just using this palette, unless you want your eyeballs to look like glitter. So yes, these, it's the same with the next palette. They're not as shimmery, still pretty shimmery, but yes, I use these 2 palettes if I want a bit of color. So that was the designer brands. This is a Be Yourself. This one, it's not as shimmery, it's a bit more. It's got a couple of matte colors in here. It's the same setup, 3 neutrals, pink. Oh, that's a different. Green, then purple, blue, darks. This was my favorite highlighting set until I got my Naked palettes. I'd use only these colors for highlighting because they're gorgeous. So yes, these are the palettes I go to when I want to add a pop of color, because they are, well, color palettes. Then I'll show you my Skin by Dimitri James palette. So I'll show you, this one. This is the Glam set in Color Affair. What can I say that's nice about these eyeshadows? Get a decent amount, but they're not pigmented. This purple, you don't see. This one, don't see. This may not be there. These ones are more pigmented, but, and I know I've said I've been trying to get into greens more often, but now that I have my Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette, I don't feel the need to use these eyeshadows. This brown, amazing matte brown, but that's the only color in this palette that I'd use. So that's something I'm saying about that. Next I have a kind of random palette. I don't know where I got this. I got it for Christmas one year off a friend. But this used to be my neutral eyes palette a very long time ago. So it's just got, I'd use these 9 colors and make up my neutral eye set. This was probably the first eyeshadow palette I ever got. So this is what I'd use for my natural eye set. I don't know what. This is the Glitter and Glam Travel Cosmetics case. Yeah. But I do still use that sometimes if I'm like, before I got my Naked palettes, I'd use that for traveling. Next, I'll do my Naked palettes because these are all my larger palettes that I'm getting to my like, quads and stuff. So I have both the Naked 1 and Naked 2. Everyone and their grandmother is seeing what's in these. So this is Naked 1. I really love Toasted, Buck, Naked. I really like Gunmetal when you want to pop a blue. It's actually really quite gorgeous. And then of course Sin and Virgin are great highlighting colours. And Half Baked, of course, I can't forget Half Baked. Then I have my Naked 2. I don't know which I prefer most out of the 2 of these. I prefer Booty Call over Sin and Virgin as a highlighting colour. I love YDK, Suspect, Chopper, and Tease. Tease is really nice. It's actually like a lot of colours in both the palettes. Now I'll move on to my smaller palettes, which I keep in like an old Bella box. Probably start with my single eyeshadows. Okay, so I have 2 of the Maybelline Color Tattoos, one in Tough as Taupe and one in Bow to the Bronze. You guys have seen these. I showed you these. So if you haven't seen them, go back and watch my old videos because you've seen swatches of both of these. And then this you've also seen a swatch of. This is the Rimmel Glam Eyes Mono Eyeshadow in Night Jewel. This I got in my swatch video. So if you have a swap video with Lush Beauty, if you haven't seen my swatch video for that, you can see the swatch for this and that. It's all just like dark charcoal kind of grey colour. Put this back in, keeps my palette sitting up properly. And I have one Miraness Trio. I actually love the Miraness eyeshadows. This trio is in, I have no clue, Pearl Crush. It's really gorgeous. I love this. This is pink, by the way. It's not going to show up on camera. It looks white, but it's a gorgeous, really light pink color. I love it. This dark kind of bluey grey color is really gorgeous, and this middle color is kind of like a silver color. I know they're not coming across properly, but they're really gorgeous shadows. I'll show you pigmentation. One swatch on my hand, one swipe on my, yeah, pretty pigmented. Next, you guys should have all seen this if you've watched my videos since the start. This is the CoverGirl Country Road palette quad. This was my neutral eye set. This is my neutral eye before my naked palettes. After my travel go set, I'd use this like every single day. It's gorgeous. Let's do a swatch of one of them. See the pigmentation. One swipe on my hand, finger, one swipe on my hand. I still have color on my finger. That's it there. Pretty much blends into my skin, which is why I can't see it. It's really gorgeous. Then I have a quad from Napoleon Curtis, and this is gorgeous. I think I've done one. I think I may have mentioned this in the video. I've used this color with an eyeliner brush and just done it as eyeliner before I got my purple eyeliner, which you will see when I get to my other eye products video. So this is really gorgeous. I love it as like an eyeliner, obviously, as I've said. Or I will use my Color Tattoo in Bad to the Bronze and use this as a crease color with that. That works really nice as well. The highlighting color doesn't work for me. I prefer shimmer to actually brighten up the eye a bit more. These two colors again are really gorgeous, but I don't use them as often as the darker color. So this was the first purple kind of palette I got. It was free, so I didn't actually buy it, but it's like the purple palette, which when I started trying to do like purples and greens to bring out my brown eyes. Then I have another Designer Brands palette. Again, I use this for the neutral eyes section. Haven't really used any of the others except this highlighting color. This purpley highlighting color is really gorgeous. So I use that instead of mine. Really, like, it makes my brown eyes pop. And the last two eyeshadow palettes I have are my Wet n Wild palettes, Comfort Zone and Petal Pusher. You guys have seen swatches of all of these in my swatch from my swap with the Blush Beauty. Go back a couple of videos, probably about 5 or 6 videos actually. But that's where you'll find the swatches of these. Oh no, never mind, I found another one. Again, you will have seen swatches of this one. This is probably my, no, I can't say it's my least favourite because my skin one is my least favourite. Don't buy it, it's not worth it. This one, I'm not so much a fan of either. This is the Australis Intensify Wet Dry Eyeshadows. These are too chalky. Actually, no, I bought this before I bought the Napoleon Curtis one to start trying purple eyes. These are too chalky on my eyes. I can't stand them. Really don't like them. They're pigmented, but I don't like them. So yes, I'd buy this over the Dimitri James because it has pigment, but they're really chalky. My favourite palettes are my Nakeds and my Wet n Wild. They're amazing. I know they're both difficult to get in Australia, but if you can find them online, which is where I get them, they're amazing. Miraness eyeshadows are really pigmented. They're really gorgeous. Comfort Zone, yes, that's my Wet n Wild palette. Country Road palette, gorgeous. Napoleon Curtis eyeshadow, really gorgeous. So yes, that's my video. Actually, because I put a lot of research into my more higher end stuff, so my Miraness, Napoleon Curtis, Naked, so that's kind of why I prefer them, and I don't have as many of them, but they're really gorgeous. I only get them in colours that I don't have, so yes, stay tuned for my next video, which will be further more eye products. Bye guys!